On the whole, I've been a saint to those poor unfortunate souls.
Hello there, and welcome to Poor Unfortunate Podcast. I'm Caroline Ametti.
And I'm Conor Perkins. This is the Disney podcast for grown-ups where we shoot the shit about Disney the way that you do with your friends. Welcome to all of our returning listeners and to any new listeners. This is our mini episode series, Caroline, What's New, where we go through all of the latest and greatest in Disney news. This episode is being recorded on February 2nd, 2025. So Caroline, what's new? It's been a while.
I was going to say, hey, everybody. How are you?
Did you miss us? A lot has been happening in our lives.
I mean, in our lives, in the world. I'm sure, none of us were really checked into reality in the past month. So, we were kind of let's just take a minute, gather ourselves.
But we're here now.
And it's February now.
Yeah,
we're here now. It's February. Yeah.
We made it. We arrived.
So let's just talk about what's been happening in the past month since we last spoke with you all. But we're back now.
Yeah.
Be rest assured.
Mm-hmm.
We're back in it. So let's get to it. Let's talk about the parks first, as we usually do. So let's talk about Walt Disney World. Big stuff. Dates have been revealed for closures around Muppet Courtyard and Hollywood Studios in preparation for the arrival of the new Monsters, Inc. themed land. So Mama Melrose's last day of operation will be May 10th, and June 7th will be the last day to dine at Pizza Rizzo and to experience Muppet Vision 3D. As always, we will be getting more Muppets in Hollywood Studios, but here's hoping that there will one day be a new home for Muppet Vision 3D. Hard.
Yeah.
And let's just talk about some other tough stuff while we're here. We have officially said goodbye to Chester and Hester's Dino-Rama in Animal Kingdom. Its last day was January 13th. And then just moving right along, on January 17th, Disney, with big old smiles on their faces, had a groundbreaking ceremony for the new Tropical Americas themed land, Pueblo Esperanza. So construction has begun on that. Dinosaur, Restaurantosaurus, the Boneyard, and various meet and greets will continue in Dinoland through the end of 2025 before that land is officially gone for good.
Oof. There's lots of changes.
New year, new Disney World. Then this just came out basically today or yesterday, I think. Jelly Rolls, the beloved dueling pianos bar at Disney World's Boardwalk Resort, will be closing in the spring. According to their Instagram page, it's a move, not a final closure, but this is first of all, a huge loss for the boardwalk. And when I first heard the announcement, I was hoping it would mean they would be getting an expansion because I have seen lines out the door at Jelly Rolls. It's really, really popular. But it sounds like a move either to maybe, I'm guessing somewhere in Disney Springs, or maybe even off Disney property entirely. So I don't know. Without Jelly Rolls, Abracadabra and Atlantic Dance Hall are the only two places for some more adult fun on the boardwalk. Atlantic Dance Hall is always deserted. Hot take, I actually don't think it should be. It's a place with a DJ, a bar, and a dance floor. I'm always surprised that people don't use it. I actually really wanted to go there on my bachelorette, and then I got food poisoning, so we didn't go.
Oh, sadness.
But I really wonder where Disney is going to take the boardwalk now, because okay, we've got the Cake Bake Shop. That's a very high-end daytime experience, and it sort of feels like the nightlife and the life is sort of getting drained out of it slowly but surely. So just because that was such a popular spot, I don't know what's going on there. I wonder how that came about. So that's tough too. Let's talk about some sort of happier things. This is a nice thing. Disney revealed concept images for the Princess Float that will be a part of the new Disney Starlight Dream the Night Away parade coming to Magic Kingdom this summer. So inspired by Mary Blair's concept art for Cinderella, this float will carry Aurora and Philip, Tiana and Naveen, Cinderella and Prince Charming, and Belle and the Beast, and will feature, quote, a gleaming fountain of light that overflows to illuminate a cosmic ballroom. And I have never heard a more Conor Perkins coded sentence my entire actual life.
That's me.
They made that for you.
That's my idea.
That's you. That is you in a sentence.
Wow. It's going to be so good. Though I haven't heard, they haven't made an announcement of all of the floats that are going to be in there. They better have Wish. Wish has to be a part of this.
I know.
It really does. It'll look so good.
It really would. Oh, God, and I want to hear some of that music, too. They also showed some previews of the princesses' gowns, and they are going to be glowing and lit from within while they dance on this float.
We need this.
We need this. We do. This is some good stuff. Oh, sorry. I have one other thing that I thought was a bummer piece of news. We now know the fate of the building that was the Galactic Star Cruiser, aka the Star Wars immersive hotel experience that totally flopped. So instead of becoming like, an in-depth like themed restaurant or something else for, that's Star Wars themed for actual guests, as we have discussed on this podcast, it will now be used as an Imagineering hub at Walt Disney World. So kind of like offices, it sounds like. And I just think that is such a huge bummer. Everybody wants more Star Wars stuff, and now we're not getting it. And I feel like that's sad. Moving right along, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad in Magic Kingdom closed on January 6th and will not reopen until 2026 as it undergoes a major refurbishment. And tracks have already been pulled up and they are moving right along on that. And finally, for our last piece of Walt Disney World news, as of January 21st, Lightning Lane Premier Pass is available for all Disney World guests to purchase. It was previously only available for guests staying at Disney resorts. The one, little quote-unquote advantage, I guess, that resort guests have is they can buy the pass 7 days in advance of their stay, while other guests can book 3 days in advance. Hopping over to Disneyland, it was announced that several updates are in store for the hotels on property there. So the Pixar Place Hotel will be getting 2 suites, one inspired by Coco and one by The Incredibles. The concept art looks really, really nice.
It looks really good.
Yeah. The Napa Rose restaurant, super popular at the Grand Californian, will close temporarily in the spring for a really nice makeover and refresh. And the Disneyland Hotel will be getting a new concierge lounge inspired by 1955, the year that Disneyland opened. And the Disneyland Haunted Mansion has a brand new ghost bride. She's an updated version of the Beating Heart Bride. I believe her name's Emily, I want to say. She's not Constance.
No,
but
it's
I think
not
her name's
Constance.
Emily. Yeah. So she has like a very, it mostly feels like it's her gown that's been updated. It's torn, it's flowing, it's very ghostly. But her face, and people online have been kind of expressing disappointment over it. It's projection mapped and it just has a very AI look to it. So people aren't loving it for that reason. But I do love the effect of her dress, I have to say.
I've seen the effect of her dress. I
Yeah.
thought that looks cool. And I also like the sort of story that they've given her, where
Yeah.
it's not that she is actively killing these people.
Yeah.
It's that they just keep dying. And so she's
Yeah.
in search of her next she's weeping. She's
Yeah.
upset and distraught by it, as opposed to Constance Hatchaway, who's like, I'm gonna kill these people.
Yes. I love
Which
variations.
I'm like, oh, it's very
longing.
it's very
and-
yearning.
Yes.
Yeah, I really dig that.
I like different bride storylines for each. And yeah, and there was she has a cat next to her. I just find her very interesting. Yeah. I like the differences there.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's talk about Disney Plus stuff. So things that are now available, all episodes of Star Wars Skeleton Crew are now streaming. I'm really behind on my TV. I haven't watched it, but Erin watched it. She loved it. She
Oh,
thought
my
it was
husband
really
watched it. He
great.
liked it a lot too.
Goosebumps The Vanishing series that stars David Schwimmer, that has premiered. All the episodes are streaming. So that's one of those ones where they did a sort of all season drop at once. So if you want something to binge and you're into something a little spooky right now, Goosebumps The Vanishing. The first 2 episodes of Marvel Animation's Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man have premiered on Disney Plus, and then throughout the month they will continue to drop as well. Stuff that is announced coming soon. This Friday, February 7th, The Lion King at the Hollywood Bowl immersive concert premieres on Disney Plus to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the film. And then February 19th is the 2-episode premiere of Pixar's original series, Win or Lose, which so many people have been very, very excited for,
Yeah.
myself included. But there has been some news in the recent month or so that we've not really been talking to you all about, how they have walked back the out transgender character that was going to be a part of this story.
Right.
And now that character is no longer a part of it, which is really, really unfortunate and I'll call it cowardly.
Absolutely.
The designers and the writers and the people at Pixar were really, really upset about it, but the decision was above their pay grade.
Oh my God.
Let's talk about Disney films. So things that are now available. Despite a lukewarm opening, Mufasa, a Lion King story, has crossed the $650 million mark at the worldwide box
Wow.
office.
I know a lot of families who went to go see it. A lot
Yeah.
of people went to see it.
Yeah, that makes it the 7th release of 2024 to hit that achievement. I think a lot of people were just late to seeing it. It was sort of because
Yeah.
it came out like at Christmas.
Christmas, right.
And so just a lot of people were late getting there, but they got there. So
How interesting.
other things that are now available, Moana 2, that has pushed into the all-time top 50 highest grossing films. It has crossed the $1 billion mark worldwide, and it joins Zootopia, Frozen, and Frozen 2 on that list. Wild.
Wow.
Things that are announced coming soon. Captain America Brave New World is released in theaters on Friday, February 14th. It follows Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson, the new Captain America, in the middle of an international incident in which he must discover the motives behind a nefarious global plan. It also stars Harrison Ford and Liv Tyler. I really like Sam Wilson as
Me
Captain America.
too.
I think this is a really, really fitting next chapter for it all. So I'm excited to see what this sort of has in store for the future of the MCU. And then the theatrical release of Snow White is quickly approaching on March 21st, with the LA premiere just a few weeks before. So
I'm excited to
that's
see
happening.
this movie.
I know you are. I know you are.
Really am.
That last theatrical trailer that we got ahead of Wicked, I was there for it.
We were
I was
both
digging
there
it.
for it. Yes.
Let's talk awards because it's award season. So Golden Globe winners. The Walt Disney Company received 35 nominations at this year's Golden Globes, winning 6 awards, 5 of which went to Hulu FX shows. So A Real Pain received 1 Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actor in a Supporting Role in Any Motion Picture. The Bear received 1 Golden Globe for Best Actor in a Television Series, Comedy, or Musical. And then Shogun took home 4 Golden Globes for Best Drama Series, Best Performance by an Actor in a Television Series Drama, Best Performance by an Actress in a Television Series Drama, and then Best Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role in a Television Series Drama. So
I love that show. It is so good.
they really swept up there. And then we have our Academy Awards nominations. The Walt Disney Company received 15 nominations for this year's Oscars. A Complete Unknown received 8 nominations for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Costume Design, and Best Sound. A Real Pain received 2 nominations for Best Supporting Actor and Best Adapted Screenplay. Alien Romulus received 1 nomination for Best Visual Effects. Elton John, Never Too Late, received 1 nomination for Best Original Song, Never Too Late. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes received 1 nomination for Best Visual Effects. And then Inside Out 2 received 1 nomination for Best Animated Feature. Moana 2, nothing. Which is just interesting. It's interesting. I don't really have an opinion because I too have not seen Moana 2 yet.
I know.
But there is this very, very interesting thing that people in the industry keep an eye on, which is this sort of disparity between really, really, really successful films financially and what films are nominated for awards. And we're seeing a lot of this happen right now in the world of Wicked. So
yes, that's exactly.
It'll be interesting to see what I do not know. Listen, I'm going to talk about Wicked for a second. How did John M. Chu not get nominated for Best Director?
It starts when it's something like that. It starts to feel purposeful. Like it's not an omission. It's on purpose. It feels like.
Well, I know the reason why the Academy does this is they will not nominate a director, which there's only 5 nominations for a director. They will not nominate a director if they do not feel confident that their film will win Best Picture.
Huh.
It's really weird.
Wow.
This means that they don't feel confident that Wicked will win Best Picture. But as we've seen, a lot of the nominees are doing a great job over the last month of imploding themselves. And the only people who are really safe of scandal right now are all of the Wicked people. So just give them all the awards.
The Wicked PR team is probably like, don't go anywhere. Don't move.
They're like, just don't say anything. They're just like, everybody sit down and close yourself off. So that's what I've got.
It's a lot. It's been a busy month.
Yeah.
And then just in our little miscellaneous category, I mean, we cannot help but mention everything happening with Epic Universe. I mean, Universal has absolutely sped through the construction process for this park, which opens on May 22nd. Oh, and they also just opened a brand new hotel, the Stella Nova Resort. The space-themed hotel will be within walking or shuttle distance of Epic Universe, and it honestly looks pretty damn nice and is a great
Yeah.
way to get early theme park access once Epic Universe opens. It would totally take an entire episode to cover everything that will be in Epic Universe on opening day. Maybe we can totally do a bonus episode if y'all are interested.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Like, we can talk about that if you're interested. So let us know. And then I'll just wrap up with a quick plug for those listeners who are in the New York City area. So my friend Asim is a fantastic playwright and has a show going up in New York City this week. Asim's play Sad Magic Sins will be playing at the New York Theater Festival February 4th, 5th, and 8th. And if you want more information, you can visit sms.nyc. And this play, let me just read it from the website, the description, is a queer Desi comedy about cultural identity, autonomy, and mismanaged mental health, and is inspired by Aladdin. Asim shared that growing up, they loved everything Aladdin. We're totally obsessed with the movie. So I think this would be of special interest if you too love Aladdin and you're just looking to see some new theater, which we always encourage you to do. So if you are in the New York City area, please go to the New York Theater Festival and check that out.
Yeah, go support the arts while we have them.
Yes.
All right, so that's going to do it for us for this episode. Thank you all so much for joining us. Please make sure that you follow us on all of the socials. We are at Poor Unfortunate Podcast. If you want merch, you can grab some merch from our website, and we will be back very shortly with our rant and rave episode.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of Aladdin, that's a little hint as to what might be coming. So we will see you soon. Until then, Beluga Savruga.